All right, fractional gold coins, bars, you name it. There's pros and cons. Let's get into them. All right, guys, welcome back once again. You know the drill. I am Silver Britches, and in this video, it's all about that fractional gold, whether it's worth doing or not. And you may be surprised. You may be surprised. You may not. This may be the only way that you can stack gold. This might be the only way that you prefer to stack gold. There's a little bit of something in here that's going to be for the big ballers, right? The guys who just buy tons and tons of gold. And there's also going to be stuff in here for guys who just can't, who could just barely, buy a tenth of an ounce every month. And that's what I want to encompass in today's video. Just to put it out there, the pros and cons of it. There's good reasons to buy it and there's bad reasons to buy it. But first, before I get going on that, I seriously found something on Instagram that I just couldn't help it. And it's totally different than what I normally buy. And I gotta be careful because this thing is highly reflective. And let's see if I can reposition this. I tell you what, let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right now and I'll be right back. All right, just to give you an idea of how reflective this thing is, it's crazy how reflective it is. It's and I'll do my hand over it so you can see the detail of it. Let's do this. Check it out, man. Because there's no way I can get this detail in there. I've tried it so many ways, and there's no way that I can get all of that detail in there. And what this is a 5 gram silver foil. And it's gorgeous. And you can see how reflective that thing is. Let's do this. Let's turn it around just like that. And you can see this side too, just how reflective it is. Just the artwork in it is just amazing. And I had to have it. So yeah, they're not available on AppMix anymore, but that is the only other place that I did find them. Tommy at Stacking NYC is where I picked it up. So if you are interested, get with Tommy over on Instagram and he could probably hook you up if you are interested in something like this, but it will hurt the good old dollar cost average, if you know what I mean. So fractional gold, it's something that I like to do. I like to buy fractional gold. It just kind of makes sense to me. I know a lot of people, they frown upon it. They think it's a bad buy. I don't. I like it. I think it makes perfect sense because number one, the price point in getting in on some fractional gold, it just is cheaper. It's just so much more cheaper than buying your full ounce, right? $2,000 for an average American to save up when that right now they have a hard time saving up even $400 in their checking account. So it's tough. It's tough for normal people to get in on your full ounce. And buying fractional gold is a way to do it. And yes, the cons of it. The cons are the premiums. That is the number one con on your fractional gold. And it is enough to tell you to sit back and just save your money, which obviously, if you can do that, if you can put it off, saving your money, absolutely go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? It would be beneficial to you to save up, to buy something, the full ounce, but not everybody has that patience. And even if you do, there's pros to owning the fractional gold. And that's kind of what I want to get into also, because number one, the price point to get in on some fractional gold, like I said, it's pretty cheap. You can get in on it for probably about $200 to $215 for a 10th ounce of gold, right? Or you can buy it by the gram. You can get in it at $70 something per gram, which is even more expensive. But go back to the early years, right? Go back to the 2000s. How much was people paying for fractional gold back then? They were paying probably $100 for your 10th ounce, or even less than that. So it does make sense over time. If you're going to hold gold long term, right? If you're going to hold it long term, then fractional gold makes sense? It does. Over time, gold has a trajectory of going up constantly. It's just a proven fact. The numbers don't lie. They are there, and all you have to do is just research it. Now, yes, you will get killed short term on the premiums. To me, that's not necessarily relevant to me because I am a long-term holder. I'm going to hold it long-term. I'm not going to just sell it right away for profit. Okay. If you want to do things like that, gold is not the typical investment. Okay. It's just to store your wealth. So buying fractional gold will help you do that. And it actually increase over time by just sitting there. That's all it has to do is just sit there. And that is one of the major benefits of buying fractional gold. And my favorite ones to buy, my favorite size obviously is your half ounce. I like those. They feel bigger, right? You can actually read them and they just make perfect sense to buy. Okay, the premiums on those are a little bit less harsh compared to your 10th ounce. So you'll do even better over time if you do buy the fractional gold half ounce. And that's in any form. Now, different regions around the world, I have people that watch, and I'm not bragging, but it kind of, it makes me feel good that people watch from all over the world. It's a humbling experience, in my opinion. It's very, very humbling. And I get so many comments in so many languages, and it's difficult to respond to those comments, but so many things work in so many different countries. Okay, so this is just basically what works great in my country. And fractional gold, I think, is pretty much worldwide. It just works. It just makes sense. That's why they make it, right? That's why they make it. So everybody can get in on it. You can even buy it by the grain, which I wouldn't do. Okay, I would not buy it by the grain, but you can do it. It's there. It's possible, but don't do it. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about by the grain, you could buy like gold shot. Okay, so just putting that out there. Now, which is the better size? I've said in the past, if you can't go above the 10th ounce, then definitely the quarter ounce and the 10th ounce are great entry points. And even if you do make a ton of money, okay, even if you do make bukus of money every year and you can afford to stack full ounces on the regular, buying fractional gold is going to make sense for you too. And this is why it's important, because you're always going to do better over the course of time with fractional gold. As gold goes up, right? As it continuously goes up, the premiums stay the same. So whenever it's time for you to liquidate and to sell your gold, if you're holding fractional gold, right, and people's wages are constantly stagnant, right, then the affordability of your 10th ounce, of your quarter ounce is going to make it important for you to have some of that fractional gold in your stack, because there's not going to be a big, huge market for full ounce of gold if it's what the bulls are trying to sell you at. If they're sitting here claiming $10,000 an ounce, I don't believe that. I don't foresee that. I'm just a normal guy, though. These guys, they're in business trying to sell. That's what they want you to do. But fractional gold makes sense. It does. Because it's only getting more and more expensive. Gold was expensive 10 years ago. It's expensive now. Where is it going to be in the next 10 years? And that's one of the main things that I look at. And that's why I like to stack as much as possible as I can. Now, sure, would I love to buy more full ounces? Yep. And I'm probably going to do that next month. I'm probably going to buy another ounce. And I can't wait, to be honest with you. But buying fractional gold, you can do that every single month. Really, you can. If I can do it, and I'm a blue collar working guy, then you guys can too. It doesn't matter what income you are in. If you can buy silver, if you can afford to buy silver, you can afford to buy gold. I promise you, you can. And it's probably not going to make you rich, but it's going to pay off better in the long run. It really is. But can you double your money in silver? Yep. But buying gold, man, is just a safe alternative, right? It's what it's all about. It's all about holding value, maintaining your wealth. And fractional gold is going to do that. And plus, whenever you go to liquidate, like I said, you're going to get more for your fractional gold than you will for your full ounce, because you see the premiums now. The premiums on this are in the 20s, right? The premiums on these, the quarter ounces, it fluctuates. It's probably in the teens, and then in the half ounces, it's probably in that 10% range, and then your full ounce is in the 3 to 7% range. So that tells you, if gold goes up over time, then you're going to get more for your fractional gold. The smaller the denomination, you're going to get more for it eventually. And that's what I mean by paying off over time. That's the pros of owning fractional gold. Now, if gold drops steeply in price, then yeah, that's all gone. But for the most point, gold goes up over time. The numbers don't lie. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep grinding on your stack.